What's going on, guys? We're back again with a super controversial video. This one is another video that I wanted to do because I've made various videos on this before, and it's basically to self-help people, to self-help and to give people hope when it comes to bad situations that you're in. Similar to what David Goggins says, similar to these other people with these other messages, just this one's a little bit more brash, okay? So I've talked about this before in the past, and a lot of people went crazy. The videos went quite well. That's why I want to do this again. You know, the feedback was quite positive. But this one is basically Andrew Tate slams the idea that there is nothing that you can do about depression. He obviously wants to give hope. There's a rapper that came out recently. He has an album called Hope. And, you know, it basically talks about, you know, don't be depressed, you know, try and get yourself out of bad situations. All that kind of motivational good stuff that I want to hear. I want to hear positive energy this year, guys. Only positive things this year. 2023 is a year for positivity. A lot of rappers are coming out posting about positivity, so it kind of aligns with my channel that Tate would talk about depression and help give us hope, guys. So we all know at some point in our life we've had depression, okay, guys, or we've been depressed. I don't think I've ever caught depression, and Tate kind of wants to clarify that position as well, saying that, you know, what exactly it is. So we're gonna hear exactly what he has to say. Hit that subscribe button. Tell me in the comments down below if this video is insane, if I'm insane for even, you know what I mean, reacting to it. But I like to react to all various different things on the internet, guys. Leave in the comments down below what you guys want me to react to, and I'll get to it. Let's go.
It was Matt Lauer, and you know, Tom is a Scientologist who does not believe in medication.
Yeah.
He does not believe in taking, you know, antidepressants. He doesn't believe in Ritalin. He doesn't believe in any of that stuff. I don't know where you stand with this medication stuff. He's not for it. And Matt Lauer is saying, what's wrong if this helped out Brooke Shields? What's wrong if this helps out? He says, you don't realize what this is doing. This is ruining their lives. This is not helping them. Do you realize how many different countries this is illegal in? Do you realize that Ritalin is only legal in a couple different countries? It's not many countries. It's not a legal drug in other places. It's legal, and he's explained.
Yeah, Ritalin, I don't even know, do we have that in Ireland, guys? I think Ritalin is actually, I think you can only get it by prescription here. I'm not sure if it's banned here, but in America, like, everything is legal drug-wise, because I think they use up like 90% of the drugs worldwide or something, and they only have 5% of the population, so it's pretty crazy.
This, and believe it or not, afterwards, they pinned Tom Cruise to be a, you know, almost an asshole, like a misogynist. Like,
of course,
what is the matter with you? Insensitive. You're not passionate. You're not somebody that cares about another person. Years later, Tom Cruise looks like a hero, but in the heat of the moment, he didn't come out really good, right? So we're living in an era where you're right. A part of it is, hey, you're not feeling good, you're depressed. Take 2 of these, see what happens to you.
it's the hero's arc. And this is the thing. This is why when I was saying, when people say you don't know how it feels to be depressed, I say, yes, I do. The difference is how it's analyzed. I always argue this 2 ways as well when depressed people come to me, because one of my most famous things people attack me for is their little quote is they say, you said depression isn't real. What about the man who kills themselves? You don't care about men's mental health. We've already discussed how I care more about men's mental health than these people who fucking pretend they do. That's the first thing. Say, I didn't say depression isn't real. I said feeling depressed is real. But the idea that depression is going to strike you in your mind and there's nothing you can do about it, I think that is promoting helplessness amongst depressed people, and that's the reason they kill themselves.
Yeah, that's actually a really big part of contention, guys. You know, when you don't give someone hope, like even like, let's say you take a business, for example, you're making some fitness content or doing fitness, whatever. You know, not giving a guy hope, hey man, you know, you're not going to be able to make it as a fitness coach or whatever the case may be. That's like detrimental to that person's health. You know, saying to someone that you can't do something, that's kind of not good either. That's kind of along the same lines. You know, I was just talking with my friend recently about drinking and how drinking makes us depressed. The next morning you always feel depressed, right? Everybody in Ireland has experienced depression from drinking, right? Everyone in Ireland has experienced that. But that comes from the drinking, guys. You know what I mean? This is a result of a bad act that we do, okay? When you work out all the time, guys, you feel amazing. Every single day I work out, so I feel absolutely amazing all day, every single day. It's my whole life since I was like 16 years old, 15 years old, I started working out. So I quickly realized, oh, at 15, wow, when I play football for break, when I go to the gym, I used to steal the gym in my local school. I used to go to the gym every day and just pump weights, right? Pump the friggin' iron. The teachers would come in and be like, are you allowed to be here? I'm like, nah, but you know what I mean? I want to do this for my health. And they're like, okay, fine. They actually accepted that that was good for me, right? I would steal the school gym all the time for like 2 or 3 years. It was pretty funny. Instead of playing basketball, I used to play basketball and then I hit the gym instead, right? You know, these things make you feel good. When you do good things for your body, when you put good food in your mouth, you know, when you're eating eggs and beef and steak and healthy food, fruit, you know, you're doing good for yourself. Your body, the universe rewards yourself, okay? It rewards your body with a good body, okay? So Tate is saying here that, you know, it's the way it's analyzed, guys. You know, you got to give people hope that you can come out of this depressive state. And 2 or 3 days after drinking, like I said, you feel better. Why is that? Because you're back to your normal routine. You're back to eating good. You're back to not taking any pills or anything like that. So, you know, it's good, guys.
I don't think that making people helpless in an unfortunate situation is the great thing to do. You have to give people hope. And I explained that when you believe in something, you give it power. So I tried to say that when I felt at my lowest and I achieved the most I've ever achieved in my life, the reason I was capable of doing that is because I didn't believe in the paradigm of being a depressed person. I just believed that this is how I currently feel, and fuck it, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get my life to be better. And I gave a very simple example, an analogy. I said, if you take two people, one believes in ghosts and one doesn't. You put them both in haunted houses. And in the middle of the night, there's a bang. The person who believes in ghosts is now terrified. There's a ghost. They're calling an exorcist. They're panicking in the room. They're hiding. The person who doesn't believe in ghosts goes wind and goes back to sleep. It's the same noise. It's the same scenario. But it's the belief in their mind that and ruins their life. Yeah. It's the belief in their mind that turns against them. And I've said this many times. I don't even give a shit about right and wrong. You can tell me you can give me with every scientific proof in the world, depression, better. I refuse to believe in things that take my power away from me.
I listen to like Wes Watson and these different, masculine dudes, and they're talking David Goggins, and they're saying, I only achieved these 100-mile runs. I only achieved this great success in business. I only achieved these things because I refused to accept that I couldn't do it, right? I just literally, did everything in my power to achieve them, right? Everything. And I refused to accept failure, okay? Wes Watson talks about he refuses to accept sickness. Like, what I mean? And he doesn't get sick, though. So it's just like, how the hell? But obviously, guys, there's certain limitations to that, right? But for the most part, guys, believing in something, everything is mental, right? Your belief in stuff is what's going to truly make it happen, okay?
I'm only going to construct a mental model that allows me to be as powerful as possible. If believing in the idea of depression is going to take my own power away, then I won't believe in it. I don't want to believe in things that make me weak. If you want to reach me, I'm on minute.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good way to look at things, guys. Anything that takes power away from you, like whether it be, I don't know, whatever, definitely don't give it power, because then, you start to kind of believe it yourself, right?
Well, you're wrong. Listen, let's assume you're correct and that makes me wrong. Let's say that you're right and you're depressed. Why would I want to adopt the thinking of a man who is sad? Why would I want to think like you? Wouldn't it better to be wrong and be happy and have a sports car and a yacht?
You know what's funny? Like, people say like that's insulting and stuff, but here's the thing, guys. I came across people the last few years, and these are not friendly people, right? I thought they were friends or whatever, and and everyone's gone through this kind of shift in life, right, where they thought they had friends and they really find out that they don't. And there was a guy, and he was talking about suicide, depression, and he was the most hateful guy. Obviously, he had a little bit of, he let's just say he wasn't in good shape, right, as well. Everything in his life, was just, it didn't work. Just everything in his life was just terrible, okay? And this guy would put his depression on other people. He was constantly talking about, wanting to fight people, and just an absolute insane individual. And he was always saying, oh, think like me, and I'm the right guy, I'm right. But guys, here's the thing. I never want to think like any of those people ever. Like, I don't want to think like someone that's, depressed, or someone that, I want to look at people that have achieved amazing things. When I see these people on TV and they're talking about they're drug addicts at one time in their life, and they put them on the TV, oh, this guy used to be a drug addict, but now he's good. Like, I don't want to experience what it's like to be a drug addict, to be good on the other side of that. I've never experienced any of those things. I want to listen to a guy who has never had to go through heroin addiction and has become successful after. I want to listen to the guy that has just become successful straight away. I don't listen to a guy who has to go through this struggle to gain something after. I wish they'd put people on TV that has said, hey, this guy's a clean-cut guy. He's never taken drugs. He's never drank. He's never done any of these crazy things. He's never done anything to the extreme. He's never whatever. And he's achieved all these different goals. I want to hear it from that guy. I'm like, geez, I want to hear what that guy has to say, because, I don't want to take heroin, guys. I don't want to take cocaine, man. You know what I mean? And they promote these people on the internet like it's like there's some sort of celebrities because they take drugs and they come out the other side being better. Like, it's just like, well, I don't want to have to go through that process. I want to just be like instantly not doing any of those things, right? I don't want to adopt the mindset of someone who wants, to freaking die and shit. That's not the mindset. You should be listening to people like, I guess, Tate, like, that says, here is the mindset that you guys should have, not a depressive mindset, okay? And people may say that's cruel or whatever, but that's kind of how it is, guys. I don't listen to a guy that, you know what I mean, that doesn't have anything going in his life and just hasn't achieved anything, doesn't work hard, right? Nobody wants to listen to that. That's why everybody listens to David Goggins and, you know, all these different people, celebrities, right?
I know, and a private jet? You want to talk about right? Look at your life. Why? I don't talk about right and wrong. Let's talk about success and results. I don't believe in things that take power from me. I never have. So when people email me and they start saying, I'm depressed. And what's funny is this. I talk to them and they desperately defend the idea of depression. I'm like, my friend, you just told me you're too depressed to be successful and depression has destroyed your life and you lost your girl. I'm telling you that enemy, the enemy in your life isn't real. And you're now sending me 10 emails a week trying to convince me that your enemy is a real thing. Why are you sticking up for your enemy? This person, whatever it is, this idea destroyed you, and you're putting your energy into defending it. You should be on my team. Whose team are you on here? You want to sit here and convince me? I'm never going to believe you. I'm never going to adopt your thinking because your life is not successful enough for me to emulate. So why don't you try to adopt my way of thinking? Stop defending this. And they're defending it because it's a cure-all excuse. Depression or sadness is a cure-all excuse for men to use for failure. I have failed. This is why they say I don't believe in men's mental health, or the man who's depressed can't compete with the man who's not depressed. This quote. I say, listen, you get to roll out, be fat, be out of shape, be broke, be unimportant with no girlfriend. And instead of the world thinking you're a loser, you get to say, I'm not a loser, I'm depressed. It's a shield. Yeah. And I say, that's why you don't want to lose your shield. Because now you have accountability. Now you're
everything that he just said there is, you know, everyone knows right now the person that they're thinking of when they said that, you know, overweight, depressed, you know, whatever, can't get a girl, whatever. You know, everyone knows someone or even themselves that are like, yo, man, I feel like that, and maybe I should change the way I'm thinking. You absolutely should change the way you're thinking right now, guys. And this isn't to dog people or insult people. This is just a harsh reality, because a lot of times people, like, growing up would tell me, like, hey, Chris, don't ever take drugs, don't do this stuff. And then nowadays it's almost seen as like a positive to do those things, you know? When did that change happen? I don't understand, guys. Like, no, dude. Like, I don't want to be like an alcoholic. I don't want to be like all these crazy things. You know, it's not good to do those things. Like, of course I drink sometimes and stuff like that. You know, but, you know, who doesn't, right? But I'm saying, you know, don't ever try and emulate someone that's like an alcoholic or something like that, guys, or has a drug problem or something like that. Don't ever try and emulate these people. It's not a good role model to go off, okay?
You have performance to cop out. Fuck it off. I don't give a shit if it's real or not. We're not about that. We're talking about success here. Get rid of your excuses. Stop defending the thing that's ruined your life and get to fucking work. And every time anyone has ever listened to me in history, ever, every single one of them's transformed their lives and messaged me positive messages afterwards. Every single fucking time. That's why I'm antidepressant. Because that pill ain't going to fix you the way becoming the man you wish you were is going to fix you.
And this is true in the bodybuilding scene, guys. Everyone nowadays takes steroids and all these different pills, and they want to pop pills for all their different problems. The pill doesn't work, guys. The thing that you have to do is get up and go, hit the gym, do the hard work, eat the food, do all those really hard things. Like, if there was a pill to not eat food for the whole day, I would take that pill, but there isn't, guys. You know, you have to do that hard stuff to actually get the benefit, right?
It's crazy. And then they're going to take one little soundbite. Tate doesn't care about men's mental health. He thinks depressed people is or that it's some bullshit. And they're going to apply it to me. I really do believe, and I state this almost with a degree of achievement, I'm the most misunderstood man on the planet. I really believe I am. It's crazy the level. There are people out there who truly believe I am evil, and I'm nothing close to it. I'm one of the most compassionate people you could possibly meet.
If you enjoyed this video and you want to watch,
yeah, crazy, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, because, you know, a lot of contention on that point, guys. You know, a lot of contention on just putting the work in, the hard work. You know, with anything, guys. If you're trying to do business, you're trying to do YouTube, trying to do fitness, trying to do whatever, guys, trying to become an ice skater, whatever the case may be, guys, whatever thing you're trying to do in life, like, the hard work and everything perseveres that. It always takes over. So it's the hardest thing ever to do. Is depression real? I don't really want to be giving power to bad things, you know, in life, guys. Like saying that this will grip you, this drug addiction will get you, and, you know, it's not even in my realm of possibility that, you know, I'll want to take antidepressants or something like that, guys. Do some people need those? Absolutely, yeah, maybe some people need them 1%, but most of the time people don't qualify for that. You know, most of the time it's just the hard work. You're in a shit time in your life. Like right now, guys, you know, I could be depressed about the situation I'm in. You know what I mean? But it doesn't take away from the fact that I'm trying to work hard towards something, and I will work out eventually, right? So it's about mindset, really. You know what I mean? Don't be upset because your life is shit right now. Just work hard to get out of it. I love you guys all, man. Hopefully you give you some hope out of this video, some motivation to work hard. Listen to David Goggins, listen to all these different people, and you will be a better person, man. I love you guys, like I said. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.